Hi and welcome to the YouTube series Burning Textures and Patterns. For more detailed information about this series, please see the end of this video. All three of these textures are burnt with a writing tip. Now, writing tips come in many forms, but the one thing they all have in common is they have a blunt tip that is designed to glide across the surface. This is to facilitate easy burning of lettering and drawing. Even though the writing tip has been designed primarily to burn lettering or design, that's not to say we can't push the envelope a little bit and see what the writer can do. Tread is an example of the type of dynamic texture that can be achieved by burning a simple repetitive pattern while using pressure. The entire surface is burnt with this pattern. The tip shape, depressions and pattern combine to create a tactile, unique 3D appearance. It's equally appealing on both flat and turned or curved objects. In this demonstration, I'm using a common shape of wire writing tip, which is simply a bent piece of wire. Many other types and sizes of writing tips can be used, but the impression shape of the tip needs to be oblong. A round tip won't burn the same texture. It's very easy for the burnt line of tread to go astray, so ruling a pencil line will help with direction. Start by burning angled impressed soldiers along the pencil line. Try and keep each impression tightly abutting its neighbour. None of the original surface colour should be seen. When the first angled line is burnt, alter the angle to a mirrored angle and burn the next line. The impression of the stroke should interlock with its neighbouring line in a zipper-like fashion. Change direction of the angle for the next line, and so on. Try and keep the impressed marks at the same length and at the same angle. Try and keep each line straight, but if you're having trouble doing this, then rule several pencil lines to keep you on track. To finish up, tidy the edges as shown. Part of the surface of flicker has been left unburnt. The pattern is random, with the flick strokes moving in all directions. It's not quite as dynamic as some of the textures, but it has a charm all of its own. Believe it or not, flicker is not as simple as it looks. The tadpole-shaped strokes need practice to be neat and uniform. The stroke is a push, flick, and then trail off. Trailing off and lifting the tip while in motion forms the tail of the stroke. To form this pattern, try and burn the tadpole strokes in various directions. Try and top and tail the tadpoles and curve them around each other. To help do this, don't be shy about constantly rotating your project to gain the best angle to burn a comfortable flick. Here I have spaced my tadpoles out evenly, but don't be afraid to try something different and alter your spacing, making them close in one place and more open in others. Please note when burning flicker that a ball tip would also be ideal for forming the tadpoles. Burst is another texture that can be felt as well as seen. The burst pattern and the oblong depressions form a texture that's very dynamic, and its appearance constantly changes as the light plays on the different planes. This is especially true when burst is burnt on a curved surface. A tip that burns an oblong shape is needed for this texture. The pattern will equally radiate out from this point, so if needed, use a pencil and a ruler to mark out the directions of the strokes. Start from your central location and start burning the depression lines outwards. The stroke to use in burst is a push or a short burnt line. The heat and pressure of the stroke should form a depression in the surface. The entire surface of the object needs to be burnt, so interlock and tightly abut each stroke as you proceed. Keep rotating your project in a direction that makes burning the stroke comfortable for you. Follow your directional lines until the entire surface is burnt. This will be a new Sue Walters YouTube series of videos where I'll be showing you how to burn various textures and patterns. These textures and patterns can be used to both decorate and illustrate. They range from the simple to 3D realistic and from abstract to real-life objects. Things they can be used on include decorating wood, leather and other objects, or for wood-turned objects, burning on gourds, or doing other decorative projects. Trust me, it's seriously addictive and a lot of fun. Once this extensive range of short videos has been presented for free on YouTube, the library will then be bundled into DVD format for sale along with hard copy patterns and coloured pictures. Information will follow.